Hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Not a Mod channel. So today's not a VXR, it's not a Roadrunner, but it's a new season, which is a not an RS. Basically, it's a Clio. It's my girlfriend's. It's not going to be like massive loads of mods and stuff like that, but it's more going to be maintenance stuff and fixing problems that may or may not occur. So I hope you enjoy the episode, guys. I'll see you in a minute.
So, as you can see here, my girlfriend's washers are not working properly because it's pouring out of the fender well. So, to get to the washer lines and the washer pump, you need to remove the inner lining of the fender. The fender liner is actually in two pieces, towards the front of the car and towards the back. So you work on the towards the front side first, and then you remove the towards the back. There are a mixture of plastic clips and bolts. The plastic clips are nice and easy, you just pop them out, and the bolts are on the underside of the bumper and on the bottom left hand side of the fender well. On the front portion of the fender cover there are 4 plastic clips and 2 bolts. Once you've removed all the hardware, you just need to pull it and it will come out. As you can see here, removing this inner fender well actually provides perfect access if you need to change your washer pump. But as you can see in the first clip, the washer pump is actually working fine because it's pouring out everywhere. So we needed to remove the other half of the fender well to see where the leak was coming from. There are 4 clips and 1 bolt holding this side in, as you can see the locations in this clip. Once removed, you just have to give it a pull, but be careful because your brake line is threaded through at the back. So you need to unhook that, otherwise you're just going to be pulling on your brake lines, which obviously could cause issues. Now that we've found the leaking part of the hose, it's time to get to fixing it. I got our little straight connector from Essex Motor Factors because they're just around the corner and always super helpful. So this portion is nice and simple. You just slice the hose, cut out the part that's ripped, and then replace it with your straight connector. Now it's time to test it to make sure we're not leaking from anywhere else as well. As you can see in this clip, my girlfriend's washer nozzles are actually all over the shop, so you can actually adjust them. All I did was grab the Stanley knife and just push the nozzle, and it's really easy. Just got to trial and error it, push it, test it, push it, test it to make sure it hits right where you want it to. So once you've replaced your parts, fixed your leaks, and you're all happy with where your nozzle placement is, it's time to put everything back together. So when you're putting this back, you want to be careful of this, because this is your brake line. So now that that's back in place, we just need to put the little caps back in. As you can see here, some of these fender well plates actually overlap, so you have to put in the left hand side before the right hand side. And finally, it's just the 2 bolts underneath the bumper.
And that concludes today's episode, guys. I'd say it's a pretty essential sort of fix. I mean, not having washers is pretty dangerous at times, like depending on the situation. So it was pretty simple, pretty easy, and cheap, more importantly. So if you enjoyed that video, guys, please leave a comment down below, like the video, and if you want to stick around and see more episodes like this, then subscribe. Cheers, guys.